Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, this is our reading for the week of July 13th through July 19th. So we've got a lot of stuff going on, and as you know, a lot of stuff is going on in my own personal world, but today we're going to focus on all that the universe has to deliver for us in the upcoming week because we deserve a break. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All of your interactions with my video lets YouTube know that you're enjoying my content and pushes it out to other people, and I really appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and buckle down, and as I always say, take a deep breath. Reset your energy with gratitude. Look around you. Look at the space that you are in, the clothes on your back, and say thank you. And let us begin. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, interdimensional beings overseeing this act of divination for Scorpio, please give us the highest and best messages. Oh, all right. This one, these two. Thank you. All right, guys, lots of energy here in this room because I have really been making use of my magic. So, and as you know, I can't see these cards so well, so the readers come on. Let's see. We have number 2, divine timing. Yes, indeed. It reads, trust the universe, follow the flow, patience, and signs. So here we go. Divine timing, patience, and signs. So I really feel like dreams for a lot of us are becoming super vivid, being called to the universal mysteries, deeper studies, occultism. I also feel like Scorpios are, including myself, learning different layers of themselves, their strength, right? Our core being is coming forward in a way that perhaps we're not really expecting. You know, I know that there are parts of me emerging that I'm feeling like I'm meeting for the very first time, and parts of me I'm healing that I wasn't aware needed my attention. And I can tell very much by all of the lovely emails and support I'm getting that that is really reflective of what's going on out there. So let's look further and see what the advice will be as we learn who and what we are, even on a deeper level. This, oh, I love this for us. This reads compassion for self, for others. Soften your heart, be gentle, and see the good. Wow, I feel like this is speaking straight to me, but I'm not alone here. So number 7, compassion for yourself, compassion for others, for the situations that you're going to be perhaps around or witnessing. And it's about holding space, right? And curiosity over competition. All of those things are coming to the forefront. This is number 7, a number of higher learning, introspection, God's number, right? You could be a life path 7 like myself. And then here we have ego illusions. Interesting. Ego illusions. It says, don't believe thoughts. Don't believe thoughts. Inner stories, and befriend the ego. Don't believe thoughts, inner stories, befriend ego. So look at that. This is number 6, but you'll see here on this card, there are 3 masks, right? So I feel like that's saying the illusion of the masks that you wear daily. Don't fall into that story. You're more than that. Right? I'm more than a mom. I'm more than a tarot reader, right? I have multiple layers. And like I said, even more than I knew about myself. And so where are you finding hidden treasures within you? And I guess the message here is that that's the real you, right? Put down the masks. And I've been saying this for years now. It's time to unmask and release the skin you are in. Allow your authentic truth, your true will to shine forward through the meat suit, right? So I feel like that's a beautiful message to get us started, Scorpio. And again, I am so thankful for each and every one of you and the energy that you bring into this community. So let's go ahead and see how we can best work with this energy. I will be doing a free mini reading for last week's winner. So hang tight, and that'll be at the end of this. And if you'd like to participate in the mini read contest, I'll be letting you know what to comment below. So hang tight and let's see what we have ahead of us. All right, this one came out and I've got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, maybe some energy of feeling a little stuck, but like I always say, one of my favorite things about the Knight of Pentacles is it's not, for me, the way I see it, not about being stuck. It is the slowest moving knight in the deck, right? It isn't necessarily who you might want to invite into your bedroom, meaning like a partner, you know, someone who doesn't get things going. That came out wrong. And I mean just in your world, and we're going to move past it. God, I'm a Scorpio. Things just fly out. The point is Scorpio, Knight of Pentacles, you know, is more about discernment. I feel like this person here is ready to plant their pentacle, right? They're ready to make a move, but they're being discerning. Like they want to do it right. They want to make sure that this seed grows into all of the things they had ever envisioned. And I feel honestly that the universe is saying, have compassion for this, because yes, it's going to grow, and it might grow in many different directions, and you're worthy of the exploration of each and every one of them. And that's what I want you to comment below. I am worthy, right? I'm worthy. I'm worthy of the exploration, right? The Eight of Cups vibes. I always say you are worthy of the exploration of who and what you are and what is within you. What is that seed within you ready to grow? That's the energy I'm getting. And it's very healthy energy as well. I'm seeing like I'm seeing like a shedding, a snake shedding its skin and a rebirth happening. Very Scorpio of us, right? So have you burnt down the house in 2025, literally and figuratively? Two of Pentacles. So we go from the Knight of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles, a balancing act. Balancing act, nurturing multiple sides of yourself, of your vision, of your dreams, including more fun and relief into your life. There's something there as well. Justice card came out, and I'm going to take it because it called my attention. So the Justice card, let me actually get some of these came out. But the Justice card comes out, interesting enough, that is number 11. And 11 is that gateway to freedom, right? 11's a master number, and it's when you, yourself, with the small s, communicates with the self, the highest self, with the big S, right? You'll see that in magical text, the S's. When you see the big S, that's going to refer to your highest self, right? You might refer to it as your whole, your holy guardian angel, or, oh, un momento. Oh, well, goodness. Hold on. They flew out. I'm going to mention them. I've got the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. We're going to put them back in the deck, but you might get some information pretty quickly regarding this Justice card. Actually, how would you like me? One moment. Okay, mention it. So I'm sorry. If you're new here, welcome home. And if you're a returning subscriber, the real-time communication with my spirit guides happens. So bear with me. So with the Justice card, this came up a little bit here. Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles. I feel like you might be receiving a truce or receiving some type of generous offer to bring something to an end. Quick communications come forward. So I don't know, you could be beefing with a friend or having like literally a legal situation. Something of that nature. I feel like that's going to potentially, you'll be getting some news on that. And with the Knight of Swords coming, I would say within the next, 2 to 4 weeks at most. So put that to the side. That's not going to gel for everyone, but there's something here about fairness. And what's interesting is we've got the Two of Pentacles, and then Justice card is number 11, which of course reduces to 2. And we had divine timing, which is number 2. So there's a lot here about the relationship with self, know thyself, Scorpio. I did a series on that last year, know thyself. So Let's look further and get some more clarification on here. And remember, comment, I am worthy. Pound that thought form into the universe and pound it into the innerverse as well. I am worthy, right? No one can do what you're meant to do the way you are meant to do it, right? It's time to unmask those 3 masks, take them off, right? You're more than just the labels you carry, because mostly those labels have been provided to you, right? Ram Dass has talked extensively in his time about somebody training and nobody training, right? It's time to go back to basics. Figure out what you like. What are you outside of what you're known for, so to speak? This one, thank you. I've got... Wow, Scorpio, this is all about balance. We've got Temperance cards, Sagittarius, healing energy, tempering the emotional, tempering the fire within. This is literally the elements of fire and water coming into balance. You can see behind the angel, we've got mountains. We have, let me see if I can do this here, healing water, beautiful green lands, right? The angel is here and balancing the fire, the water. And here we have, whoops, the sun back there. Or, I mean, it could be fire. It looks like a sunrise. I mean, it's a lot. The glasses. All right. Yes. All right. So I feel like this is a lot about overcoming challenges as well. And this week specifically coming up, you may feel very emotional. And I think this is saying literally temper that, right? What is the origin story of that emotional floodgate that opens? I know I've experienced that. And so how can you temper that? How can you alchemize what comes up for you this week? You can do it through art, through expression, through dance, song. Put your hands in the dirt if you are so fortunate to be in a place where you can actually do that. But the truth is, it's about grounding yourself, examining from a neutral perspective what is happening in your world and why is it happening? You know, what are you meant to learn from this? One moment. Tell me more. All right, interesting. The 6 of Pentacles came out again with the 2 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles is more about balance. And if you can imagine this, we've got the 2 of Cups coming through with justice. The number 2 is what's up right now. And I know I've personally seen 222 quite frequently in the last, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. One moment. I feel like there's opportunities headed your way, but the energy starts to stir up. It feels you may get communication this week upcoming, right? Because again, this is for the 13th through the 19th, or timeless whenever you come across this message. But to be honest, the energies I'm working with are suggesting that, and I keep hearing Leo season changes everything. I love Leo season. I'm a Leo rising, but that's what's coming through. Leo season changes everything. And what's happening now is the revision you need to see clearly ahead. There is justice will be served. There is communication coming in places where you have felt wronged and you are expressing yourself in a healthy manner. So alchemizing energy is very important. Very important, because energy doesn't just go away, right? You have to work with it and you have to alchemize it and change it and turn it into something that benefits you. So with that 6 of Pentacles coming forward and the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, Temperance card, everything here is suggesting balance is key. Balance is key. Let me look forward and see what we have here. Keep going, please. Tell me more about this. Well, some of these cards all of a sudden are backwards. So I see the 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor. So we're going to put that there. But I do feel like there is an opportunity here for Scorpio to move forward in such a way that it'll provide you even more than you could have imagined. I keep seeing these visions of just like coins and coins and coins just coming. Like, and I'm hearing like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain the music I'm hearing. More like slot music, like a slot machine, like that. So who knows? Maybe for somebody out there, this might be a very lucky week to, I don't know, if you are a person that gambles or bets. And I don't blow up my comments. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Okay. Some people do it and some people don't. It's okay. Let people live their lives, Scorpio. No need to, get involved in that. But what I'm saying to you is this could be a very lucky time because we did have the number 7 show up, and that is a vision I did get. And it could just mean also that there are unexpected funds coming your way for one reason or another. I see travel coming up for you as well with the 3 of Wands. And this travel could put you in a place of opportunity as well. Like there's something here. Your vision becomes much stronger and things start to really take form after this week. So let's see here. One moment. These cards. Well, something's going on because I see the 8 of Wands, Temperance again. So there is absolutely travel and it's time to take action as well. Spirit is saying this is the time to get going, right? Things really start to materialize more towards the end of the week, I'm hearing. So this is through the 19th. I would say by the 16th, something different happens. And literally what I just saw in my mind's eye was a person at a desk, right? Writing, and then all of a sudden going, like, getting shook up, like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. So this is victory ahead, Chariot card. Remember I said things happening and from a place to neutrality. That's what the Chariot card is all about, right? So let's look further. One moment. I don't know what's going on there. I had a card that didn't belong. That's so funny because before I shuffled, the card that came out with the Chariot was the Knight of Cups. And then because it was too many cards, I put it back in and it found its way right back out. So we're going to pay attention to that that Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could be an offer of some sort, like I've said before. And I do feel like there is a potential, right? It's not a love reading, but there is potential here for a new romance. For sure. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Yeah, so let's see. That's the and Ace of Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck. So there is opportunity coming for Scorpio, but it really feels like unexpected because again, like I saw that person writing and not only, and what's interesting is in my vision just now, when I'm seeing this person writing very similar to what you see on the 8 of Pentacles, for whatever reason, I'm picking this up in Spanish, which is, that's different. Not that different. I mean, I'm Cuban, but usually that's not what I'm hearing. Like, so I'm not sure. Take it or leave it, but there's something here about getting like a moment of clarity and you're just like, "Oh, that's it." So let's see. 3 of Wands coming through with I just said getting a moment of clarity, King of Swords. Stop playing, Scorpio. Comment below, I am worthy, right? You're worthy of the exploration. You're worthy of the information. You're worthy of the truth and clarity. And communication that it actually is worth something, right? And that's what I feel. I feel like you've been maybe in a fog of some sort without the clarity, and we have all kinds of retrogrades going on, 1,000 videos online about that. So perhaps you have been in some type of revision mode or stuck a little bit. I'm feeling like a little stuck in fear is what's coming through, but that definitely changes and dramatically changes as the week progresses. King of Swords with the 3 of Wands, seek and ye shall find answers, direction, clarity. And it's going to lead you to the Chariot card, victory, right? And again, another number 7. You learned something this week. These cards are all about learning, investigating, truth, understanding, clarity. Chariot comes through. Yes. Chariot comes through with the Queen of Swords. Nothing and nobody is getting away with a damn thing, Scorpio. I saw all the emails, the exes that aren't paying the child support, the people who are trying to hide money during a divorce, the abusive people. I see your emails. And this tells me, in no uncertain terms, that it's happening, right? Clarity comes. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Chariot card. Let's look at this Knight of Cups. What's this about? I feel also, like I said before, that shedding of the skin. This is permanent. This is permanent. Like there's no going back. And that's the way I'm feeling. And when I say there's no going back, it's not necessarily just about a relationship or a legal situation. You could definitely just be morphing out of a lifestyle. You could be morphing out of an addiction. You could be morphing out of a friendship and just out of who you thought you were, right? You're in a different phase of life. Perhaps your children are now grown, or now you are single versus, married, or vice versa. You're putting on new armor. And that's what I heard. Putting on new armor. I see the Emperor card in my mind's eye. And if you are walking away from a source of income into something different, it's because this call is putting you in your true north, right? This is, and it might be quite sudden. You might really need to make some decisions quickly, but this is the push you needed. And again, I feel like the transition happens with ease because I am seeing unexpected income potentially. And Ace of Wands, something new here, a new energy, a new spark, and it could be new sexual energy entering into your life. Whoop, whoop. We're Scorpios. What's wrong with it? So Knight of Cups is being clarified by the Ace of Wands. This really could be an incoming new energy. But other than that, if you're not looking for love, or if you are just a person who really isn't feeling that that's for you, the other way this could be interpreted, because we saw the Ace of Pentacles so much, is that there's something new creative wise that you are going to embark on that will bring you opportunities and a lot of material abundance. But there is a need to go all in, right? And don't look back. Scary, not gonna lie, because I'm in the same place, right? I'm like going back and forth with going all in on a few different projects, and the idea of it sometimes can even be exhausting. And the universe says, because right now you are looking at options, and as the week progresses, things really start to refine and you focus and you go in, like the eagle's eyes perspective. Okay, 1 second. And I love this. And then I just saw the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Again, another number 2. The thing with the High Priestess, because I also feel like this is who this is giving us here with divine timing. The High Priestess has no roof above her head. And she's able to tap into the universal mysteries. She's deep into her faith, and she takes chances knowing that she is protected and divinely guided, and that things work out in her favor no matter the shadows that lurk. Does that make sense? And also, I always feel like the High Priestess doesn't run from the shadow side either, because here you can see the 2 pillars right there, and she's holding the Torah, and she's got the crescent moon there, and the Kabbalah is back here. The tree of life is back there, indicating that you already have what you need. This is the feminine aspect to the high priest, or the Hierophant. And I keep just hearing, pay attention to your dreams, and we are coming. We are coming. I just heard, oh my God, I'm dating myself. That song, who sings that? Miami Sound Machine, like the rhythm is gonna get you. Oh, geez. And that's what I just heard, like the rhythm is gonna get you. So there could be something here about leaning into frequencies and sound healing. Queen of Wands comes forward, letting your light shine through. I'm hearing investigate, expand, explore, and shine. Take that down. Investigate, expand, explore, and shine. Thank you. All right. Well, I love that. And let's go back. So thank you. So shining would be reflective of Leo energy. And we talked about Leo season. Thank you. I'm also picking up on exploration, investigation, Scorpio energy, and then expanding. Sagittarius. Thank you. So I'm seeing I'm actually looking in my mind's eye at the Wheel of Fortune, which is luck, right timing, and things happening. And we have divine timing over here. If you are in a position, and we're going to look at the finances real quick, because I'm going to do a separate reading for that this week. But if you are in a position where you're in between jobs or looking for something, there is this self-reliance that I keep hearing coming forward. Do what makes you happy, and what makes you happy will bring you what you desire. Three of Pentacles. This is a great time to create, perhaps work with others, and put your ideas out there in the universe. 3 is a number of creation. And again, this person, let me try to cover the nudity of it all. Hold on. Whatever. Let's see. I say worse things than this card shows. All right. So this person is drawing and perhaps maybe teaching how to draw. This is art. You have this person here modeling. But regardless, what this card is really about is creating, working with others, exploring, getting things down on paper. I would highly suggest that. Thoughts become things, but they really become things when you write them down, honey. And then we've got the 5 of Swords. That's an interesting card here to be finishing up that row. So we're going to get clarity on it because we've got the Death card coming through. And I feel like you taking this new direction might come with some challenges, but challenges that are easily overcome as long as you are strategic. Don't get greedy. There's something here about don't get greedy. I'm not sure what that means, but hang tight. Don't get greedy. And something about, we go back to this compassion card. They want me to pull this compassion card with the 5 of Swords and then here as well. One second. Let me see what this is about. What are they saying? 5 of Swords, compassion, ego, illusions. I feel like taking off the mask may be uncomfortable for you and for others. The shedding of it all might be a little bit difficult, but then there's about compassion here as well, because you are going to be letting go of even more players in this game. Is what it comes across. And it could be, again, you're leaving work, or you're actually going to go through with that divorce. You're going to sign the paperwork. You're going to, and forgive me, but that is what I'm seeing for some of us, right? So it is what it is, Scorpio. Life goes on. I do see the 3 of Cups came out with the 10 of Wands behind it. So there is something here about an ending, and that ending allowing for freedom. But that 5 of Swords, be careful with your words, especially if you're putting stuff out there on the universe, right? Make sure that what you put out into the universe, or what you're saying, or what you're crafting, or what you're doing at some point brings healing, right? Don't allow it to be anything less than that. Queen of Cups, as I talk about healing, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, which they're taking me to Temperance. So remember how I said that Temperance is about tempering that fire, that water, the emotions, the drive. Well, here we have that same thing showing up here. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, the fire, the water, the drive, the emotion. You want to, it's hard. You need to, it hurts, right? You need to face it, it's tough. And then on the other side of it is, I love you, I can. Does that, oh, I could cry. Oh, sometimes they come through, and a lot of times they do. And that's what I'm feeling like this. One moment. This would be a great time, so that I don't start crying, to point out Rose Forever. Rose Forever. We'll talk about this later, but I just want to point out that this smell is so peaceful that right now I need it. But I love them, and links in the box and all the things, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, you are protected, you are guided, divine timing, release the skin you're in, remove the masks, step into the difficult times, because what is difficult is not knowing, not having the clarity. But the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Chariot card, it's nothing but forward progression. The universe wants you to take that scary step and release it, right? Release control, release the outcome of it all. Go into it with the heart of pure intention to succeed, a heart of pure intention to heal, a heart of pure intention, period, right? For your highest and best, without playing into the illusions that these masks have taught you to carry. That's what I'm picking up on. So why the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords as we move forward this week? This one, thank you. I see the 10 of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. I love that. And then I see the 6 of Wands with the 5 of Swords. So there's 2 cards of victory. Now, I did have to point this out because he showed his face. The Devil has come out just to say hello and to remind you they're still there. Capricorn energy. This is the shedding, right? You're releasing something toxic. And we say every month, oh my gosh, Stasi, I can't release anything else. There's nothing left. Well, that's not true. There's always space for improvement. There's always space for alchemy, right? What energy supports you, and what beliefs do you have built deep into your psyche that perhaps you're not even aware of? Is it a story of, I can't possibly make enough money doing this? Is it, I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't with this person? Or what would happen if I spoke out against this atrocity? Or what would happen if, I let my child blah, 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 right? There's something here about figuring out the origin story so that you can crush it and put it away. The devil isn't here to hurt you. That's a false paradigm. That's a mask. That's something that we've been taught. The devil energy doesn't always feel great, but that's because it's meant to point you in the direction of what the hell, right? Like, what's this about? Why is this coming up? I thought I dealt with this. The Adam and Eve story, the origin. What is the root of this energy? Why is it coming up? Where does it belong? How do you alchemize it? By tempering the emotion, the fire, the anger, the hurt, turn it into desire and drive and compassion. How do you do that? Find your happy. 10 of Cups, and I've said this before, wrong card. I've said this before. 10 of Cups. People are always like, oh, that's the happiest card. That's marriage. That's all the things. But we don't know what this story is. We don't know if this is even their children. We don't know if this is 2 people, who can take care of this land. We don't know what their story is. But what we can see is that no matter what the story is, they're looking up and they're choosing to see 10 full cups, and they're choosing happiness with what they have. We don't know. Is this their home? Is this a home that they want? Is this something that's already part of them? Or, one moment, is this something in the works? 3 of Pentacles. It takes 3 to see the 1. This is creation. And then we've got the full story here. Something comes, completion, brings you happiness, brings you joy. And being strategic about the next moves and understanding that there will be some hurt in the process leads you to victory. 6 of Swords, or I'm sorry, 6 of Swords is what I'm seeing in my mind, which is better days ahead and getting through a difficult time. But the 6 of Wands is pure victory. And the Chariot card supports that as well. So I want to take a quick look. And remember, guys, I am worthy. I want you to comment that. Believe it. There's a method to my madness. The more that you say it, the more that you do it, is the more that you believe it, right? There's nothing that's easy. But if you focus on the possibility of, I can do this with ease, I can do this with ease, and just keep saying it and manifesting it, you can succeed, right? I say that from personal experience. I really do. I say that a lot. So if you're new here, you know, welcome home, like I said. But for sure, I've been through it. And, you know, it has really been my pure faith in I deserve more, so more will happen. I deserve better. I am worthy. And you have to peel back each layer of that very difficult onion to figure out, okay, that's a story I was told, that's not my truth. Wait, that's a person I recognize within me, but I didn't create that character, right? What avatars are living within you that were imposed on you? That's a big deal because you don't even know. We just fit comfortably into other people's stories about us, not understanding that that is a reflection of them, not you. How you react to someone's, how should I put this? Allow yourself to put away those stories that you have grown up thinking that you should fulfill, and take a good look at what is the origin story of who you are. Why do you do what you do 24/7? Why did you step into the career that you did? Why did you choose to get married or not, right? What are the origin stories, and are they still true for you? Are they even your own stories? That's the big deal. Ego illusions. Don't believe the hype, Scorpio. One moment. I see timing coming through. It reads, it's all in the timing right now. Pull another card to see if you need to do it now, wait a while, or make a different decision. Well, this entire reading has been talking about the timing. This entire reading is saying now is the time. This one reads, cultivation. You are in the growth phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. Compassion, nurturing. Nurture that vision, especially the one that you think, oh, I could never do that. Why do you think it keeps coming up for you? Water that seed. Now is the time. Big leaps ahead. They're pointing me out to that Two of Cups, so I'm going to go back to that in a second. Wow, I could cry right now. Before I looked at this card, I said I need to look at that Two of Cups again. I didn't give it enough attention. Can you imagine that this card that came up has wedding rings on it? Long term. Y'all, before I even read this, I was going to say, I mentioned this in my live a few days ago. And I think that, you know, this is really not going to be for everyone. But if you are in a marriage currently, or you have a partnership that your finances are meshed together, or, you know, a dual income family or more, I don't judge. So the way this comes through is that someone in your household could be making a swift change in their own direction financially, which would, of course, affect you, and in a good way as well. But that's what's coming through. So I'm just going to put that to the side. 1 second. What am I missing? They keep pulling me back to this. One moment. This reads long term. An opportunity could turn into a long time career move, or you will be asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. I think that that's more about a partner, if that's for you, because they keep showing me this Two of Cups. If you're not in a committed relationship, this is about an outside source of money that will take a dramatic turn. And it seems like The way it's coming through is that it'll seem like a challenge initially, and then you recognize the freedom behind the shifting, behind the shift is how it's coming through. But they won't let go of this Justice and Two of Cups. So hang tight. Hang tight, because they won't let me. I shall not pass until I figure this out. Let me see what they need. Oh shit. 9 of Pentacles. Justice, Two of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. This looks like... why? It could be that if you're married, you could be exploring options to separate. The word is divorce. I don't like to put that out there, but I'm going from Justice to the Two of Cups to the 9 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles is pretty independent. You know what I mean? And they're taking me back to the 5 of Swords strategy involved in this. High Priestess shows up with the Magician. Wow, 2 cards of mystery. Let me see this. What is going on? I've got 2 of Cups, the High Priestess, Magician, Justice, 9 of Pentacles. I'm telling you what, if you have been in a situation legally that has to do with a relationship that was important, right? And I'm going to leave it at that. There's something here about you creating the reality and this coming to an end, and success here with the 9 of Pentacles. Anything else I need to... Shit. And then the Ace of Pentacles as well. So let's see. If this is not about a divorce... Is there another message that you'd like me to... What is it? One moment. Ace of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. I mean, this looks really good. If it wasn't for... And then there it is. Thank you. Yeah, there's something here. I've got the 10 of Swords along with the Wheel of Fortune, another number 10, and then I've got Judgment, which is 20. So again, balance, balance. Why being called to the true north? Why are you being called in a different direction? Because it is the right time. Something's come to an end. It's outlasted its welcome, and it's time for you to literally move on. Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning in the material comes because it's just, it's fair, and it is your true calling, and it's where you belong. And there's a freedom here that only you can receive once you cross the abyss, once you get through the difficulty, because this calling right here isn't easy, but there's no way around it. It's happening. And it not being easy is a very temporary perception that quickly materializes into freedom. That's what I'm picking up. So I hope that was helpful, Scorpio. We're going to take a look at the shadow work, what we can manifest, and then I will do the free mini read. So make sure to comment, I am worthy, because I do pick right from the comment section before I do the readings each week. And so if you haven't had a chance to catch the live that I just did the other day, feel free to check that out. That was a great reading. And it really went through quite a bit of what we can expect here in the very near future. So, let's look at this. What is the shadow work for Scorpio this week? What is it that we can release and focus on so that we can bring in more energy that feeds us? Truth. Stop it. As I say every week, tarot cards are amazing. And if you don't have a deck yet, get a deck, right? You can get it from my shop. I don't care where you get it from. Amazon, doesn't matter. But this is magical, honestly. So you saw in the beginning, it was all about the masks. I talked about unmasking, all the shit, right? Number 17, 1-7 reduces to 8. What card is that in the Rider-Waite-Smith? Star card. Wishes granted. But But in order for you to get your wish, you must strip yourself. In that card ruled by Aquarius, right? Star card Aquarius. In that card, the figure's nude. They have stripped themselves. They have unmasked. They have a foot. I think it's they're kneeling on the ground, and they have, they're right by the water. They have, I think, a foot in the water and one on the ground, something like that. And there's 8 stars above the crown. 8 is a number of materialization, manifestation. It's also the lemniscate when you turn it on its side, where you're birthing pure potentiality into existence by focusing that energy through literally the birthing canal into existence. And how do we do that? It's what this whole reading was about. The true self versus the pseudo self. I cannot make that up. The true self versus the pseudo self. Who are you really? What are you really about when you take away what your parents told you and what school told you? And let's really talk about schools, right? Depending on your age, boy, were we indoctrinated, right? We had no options but to read what was given to us, what was washed of culture, what was washed of truth, and what has been rewritten. And if you don't agree with that, just take a look at what's happening now, where things get pulled from the shelves. But makes no sense. We have open source technology, and now we can find our truth. This is what that's about. Don't believe the stories you've been told about yourself and your past, when if you open your heart and your mind and your soul to what is actually in front of you, and you see how things are often tampered with, is it possible that you are fed a narrative that isn't true for you? The pseudo self versus the true self. How do you find that true part of you? The way source energy was able to see itself was to create a third, right? That pure energy turns into the father, turns into the mother, turns into the child. That child is a reflection of source energy, right? Does that make sense? And so how do you see yourself in front of you? How do you do that? Again, art, expression, poetry, dancing, all of those things, anything that comes from the creative mind out of desire is exactly who you are. Trust me. True self versus pseudo self, that is how you reach your true north. That number 8, to materialize what is meant for you, you have to lean into who you actually are. And it's not easy, because when you figure out, wow, I'm not just XYZ, or I don't really identify with that brand, that name, this life, this address, this clothes, and you see that you're somebody completely different, I mean, you really end up shaking stuff up and making major changes. And not everyone's going to agree with it, but that's their business. Do you, Scorpio? Who cares? And I mean that, because no one else is going to live this life for you. No one else. So if your parents don't agree, or your kids don't agree, I mean, so what? You can't make everybody happy. The only person you are meant to make happy and make shine and vibrant is you. You can't even do that for your kids if they don't want to, and that's true. But that doesn't mean you don't love. That doesn't mean you don't care. It just means you don't exhaust yourself trying to build someone else's mask. Focus on you and unmask. It's the most beautiful part of you. It really is. It's not what you look like. It's not. What? I mean, you can change the way I'm a shapeshifter. Look at my old videos. I change regularly, and so should you. Right? Discover who you are. And yes, I'm a shapeshifter. Take it or leave it, but the proof is in the pudding. This reads, you can handle this, Scorpio. There is a wise saying, you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. Tune into your heart. Tune in. It is the most beautiful sound you will ever hear when you release the static of stories that aren't true for you. Comment, I am worthy, because you are. You can handle this. It might not feel easy, but that's a fear. It's a hurdle. You can do it. There is a wise saying, you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart and reconnect with your strength. Notice, reconnect. This is not go out there and find strength. This is reconnect because you're born with it. This is who you are. Your true energetic footprint has been with you all along, just like the magician has all their tools already. Don't give up. You're not alone. You can always come on this channel and vent. Go to my Instagram and vent to each other. Let it out. But let it out in a way that is healing for yourself, because to sit in the same stew of ick produces more ick. But when you look at it and you say, all right, this isn't exactly how I thought it was going to happen. How can I make this work for me? Those answers really come. Scorpio, I love this. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Hang tight while I talk to you about the next winner, the next reading, all of the things. I am healing through some things. And I have to say thank you again for all of your support, because we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, and we are doing the best we can with the energy and the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And if you're looking to send a lovely gift to someone that will last and endure and bring peace and happiness, I have to be honest, I really love this. This is from Rose Forever, and I hope you can see these are real roses. They are preserved, and it comes in this beautiful, beautiful velvety box, which I'm a big fan of, and they smell beautiful. Now, I've been asked, is the smell really strong? It's not. I could smell it through the box when I went to open it, but it's not. I'm prone to migraine headaches. The physical body is prone to migraine headaches, and usually scents trigger me, but that's not this. They really have mastered it for one way or another. I normally would not be able to have something fragrant next to me, but this is it's a very light, peaceful scent, and this comes in multiple colors. And until August 30th, you can head over to their website, the links in the description box, and use code Stasi, and you'll get I think it's $20, 20% off. You'll have to check. So for whatever reason, I have forgotten right this moment. So anyway, highly recommend this. And of course, you guys always know I'm a big fan of Otter Spirit, so all the links are in the description box. Now, the winner of last week's mini reading is She Thrives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a great supporter of my channel, always commenting, and it's been quite some time, so you just happen to be the winner, and I'm excited. So let's take a moment here, guys, and for everyone else, thank you, thank you, thank you, and may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it, Scorpio. Shine brightly, and if you'd like to hang out and see what a mini read's all about. All right, let's see. Oh, my goodness. So immediately we start off with Karma, which is Judgment in Rider-Waite-Smith. This is the Witch's Tarot. And then I've got the Three of Wands. So I feel like luck and right timing, and there's a lot of movement here, pushing you to a new direction, very much what this reading was about. So let's take a deep breath and clear the energy. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, please come forward. And interdimensional beings, please come forward for She Thrives. Give me the best and highest messages. And let's go ahead and do that for the next 3 months. All right, we're going to read from now to the solar return. Thank you. One moment. Oh, child. Boundaries. Okay. Let's start there. Number 7, boundaries. Who are you needing to set boundaries against or about? I feel like maybe there's an energy here of feeling taken advantage of, maybe by a friend or family. Oh, shit. Only because I see 3 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, friends and family. So maybe you need to set some space between you and people that are or have been close to you. One moment. Tell me more about She Thrives. I've got the Empress card coming through and the High Priestess. Oh my goodness. Are you thinking about running a spiritual business? Because that would be a go. That would be a yes. Are people working against you on that? Maybe. I'm not sure what's going on here. If you are very spiritual, thinking of opening a spiritual business, studying occult mysteries, moving forward in that direction at all, this is going to also indicate a need for spiritual protection, protecting your home, protecting your physical vessel, all the things that you've created, protect your business. You know what I mean? So there's a lot here about asking your angels for help and locking things down, locking your energy down. You are definitely in the process of ascending. And I don't mean like, you know, I mean spiritually ascending. That's how it's coming through, not unaliving. There's a spiritual ascension happening here, a big one as well. And I say this a lot. When you shine and you shine brightly, you attract all kinds. Boundaries are super important. Energetic cleansing, right? Don't take that for granted. I used to think, and I'm going to tell you, because it's probably just me and you now. The tea is this. When I first leaned into all of this, it was because I was trying to heal my body, right? And I have the body has hypoparathyroidism currently. And no matter what they say, this body will get through that and there will be a permanent healing solution. That mentality, I was so hyper focused, I found myself ascending, not knowing what the hell was going on. And I didn't protect myself. I was so micro focused on the expansion of my craft and focusing on what I was materializing that I was just like, who's coming after me? Nobody's coming after me. Like that. Listen, that's not the case. When you are brightly lit, when you are attracting your angels and your guides, you're also attracting anything else that says, oh, she can see me. She has the right energy. I'm going to go over there. And they latch, right? And it's not that something's trying to hurt you. I mean, it could be, of course, but that's not usually what it is. Is that these energies are just as excited that a human can function with them, you know, as you can be about them functioning with you. And they hook onto you. So you have to clear that because it's just like energetic vampires, right? And it's a real thing. Take it or leave it, but that's the message I'm getting for you. You need to make sure you clear yourself energetically and also create serious boundaries. Yeah, especially if you have people in your life that are reeling you back into addictive behaviors. Take it or leave it. But let's just say you yourself are ascending and you don't have the taste for alcohol anymore, or you don't really have the taste for, you know, all of the things that Scorpio can get themselves into and just enjoy. And we do, and there's nothing wrong with it. But when you are in an ascension mode, it can even be difficult to eat certain foods, right? And that's what I'm picking up on. I have here the shadow side, which is the devil energy, Capricorn, along with another number 7, 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, a lot about reaping what you sow. When is something going to change? Can I do this? Is this worth it? This is difficult. And then the shadow side is facing the deep darkies. That's what I call them, facing the deep darkies. So I'm hearing you're meant for more. And I'm actually trying not to get emotional because I'm getting this very strong spirit energy. Like, how do I word this? The reason that your crops haven't blossomed is because you haven't faced some of the dark truths that have been holding you back. And some of the people in your life would rather see same old you than the new version of you. And so that's going to require you walking away and potentially not looking back with certain things, people, and places. And I know that can sound very cold, but if it's not a person, it could really just be a situation that you've been holding on to or a story you've been telling yourself because it was indoctrinated into you. And the truth is that no one can do occult studies and not face their shadows. That's literally what magic is. You're working with both parts of yourself. You're working with the light and the dark. And you have to face it. I think that was a three. Wait, I think that was the Three of Pentacles, but we shall see. Oh, it was the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands, focusing on you, writing, crafting, literally crafting, because we've got the High Priestess here. This is spiritual studies as well. This is alchemy. This person is, in my opinion, writing in their book of secrets, their grimoire, their book of shadows, call it what it is. And they've got this potion brewing by them. They have their familiar with them, their cat. They're in green, materializing something, right? Earth energy. Queen of Wands, very magnetic. And this is very successful. So let's talk about it. I understand. Thank you. All right. So here we've got the Seven of Pentacles with the shadow side. On one hand, this is, I don't know why things aren't happening yet. What's taking so long? What is the holdup? It's this. Oh, it's this. What's the holdup? This background record, this paradigm, this mask, this old job, whatever it is, it's this. So you've got to do some investigating and build some strong boundaries against this energy. That doesn't mean you ignore it. That means that you identify it, you name it, you love it, alchemize it, and tell it, okay, well, we're kind of done with this version. So I'm going to go ahead and put up some boundaries. I don't want this anymore. How do you get to that place of expansion? Investigating. And what are you investigating? Whatever makes you happy. Because putting energy in that is literally what brings you to this, the Queen of Wands. She thrives. I hope that was helpful. I am so, so grateful for all of your comments over these years. You have been a great supporter of mine, and I wish you all of the best. Shine brightly and have a great week ahead. Thank you, everyone.